Okay, keep calm. It's Libra season. Serena's a Libra. We got all the good Libras out there, including myself today. So happy birthday to all the Libras. I got cut off yesterday. I was beginning to talk about Empire. And the ratings went down this season for the first show due to 50 Cent's take is that it's because it's too much gay going on in the storyline. I'm agreeing. I'm all for LGBT. I'm all for gay people, but I don't want to see two men on television in bed kissing on most of my programs, on a lot of my programs. I may be fed up with Caitlyn Jenner. Maybe that could be it, but I don't want to see it. I also don't want to see it on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Ray J's show, where they have two men, a two-man storyline where they're kissing, they're in bed, they're moving together. I don't know. It's just something I don't want to see all the time. I just don't want to see it. So that could be the reason. I think Empire should stick to what they started, how they did. You know, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. The show was doing really well. I loved last season the music that they showed. They did touch on the middle son being gay, but you know, you don't have to portray him always kissing or in bed with another man. The music is really good, and they should stick to the storyline, Lucius and Cookie, which is exciting, and you always want to know what's happening between them, and also stick to the music. You have so many people in the music industries who they have brought back and have made them relevant again, and those who you've never heard of have made them relevant. So it's important that I think that in this society today that we sometimes just go too far on too many things that are so out there. There's some things that just, you know, you don't have to push in a person's face all the time. So I hope that Empire gets better and Lee Daniels doesn't ruin it for them for this season. I like seeing the stars that are coming by. I love seeing Ludacris playing this correction officer. I thought it was great. And I like seeing all the stars that do cameos. Kelly Rowland played the young Cookie in a cameo as well. So good luck to Empire, and I hope you stick to a more fascinating storyline than just sticking with you know, so much gay stuff going on. Okay, also, did you watch the Jacksons, the new generation? I talked about it before, about watching it, and I watched it. Thumbs down, 2 thumbs down. Terrible. They were very boring. The Jackson boys are boring. They're Tito's 3 sons. Tito's a Libra as well. As a matter of fact, my birthday and his birthday is the same day. I always liked Tito best because he didn't get all that surgery like the rest of his brothers. He always remained looking the same and recognizable. But the storyline's boring. The boys are boring. They're old, and they look gay too. You know, they're married with these kids, but they look gay. One is fat with the braids, with that hairdo he has with the little short braids that nobody wears anymore. He was wearing those 30 years ago. And the other brother, who's uptight about his weight, the youngest one, he's kind of cute, but you know, come on, I don't think that's gonna last at all. I'm not interested. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. Also, the Scream Queens, which I really was excited about seeing with Keke Palmer, she's in it. I don't like it. The first show was pretty good, and then after that it went 2 thumbs down. Not exciting at all. Also, let's talk about Georgia's execution. I was talking about executions yesterday, and I was telling you what I thought about the death penalty. And Kelly Giz Sinder is now dead. She was executed for killing her husband having him killed in 1977. So they had an article about her and about a lot of things that people want for their last meal. Some people want macaroni and cheese, apple pie, ice cream, full dinner, a beer. I would want something that's going to last for a long time. Where, you know, like an all-night, all-day buffet, where eat all you can eat, and then you just prolong it as long as you can. Maybe just eat yourself to death. You don't have to even worry about being executed. Okay, in Sudan, one of the poorest countries in the world, the refugees there have been getting on little boats, going out into the middle of the sea, trying to get over to Italy, which is the closest place for them to go as for their freedom. And the boats are capsizing, they're dying along the way, and that's a really sad situation. I mean, they have so many children and people, but you know, isn't that amazing that their life is so bad that they are willing to risk their lives? They'd rather die than live in a country that they're living in, and so that's what makes it even sadder, because that's how sad it is and how bad their lives are. And this is 2015. They should be getting help from all over the world. Nick Gordon is going to be charged. They're saying they're very close to charging him with the murder of Bobby Christina. They're not giving much information. They didn't want to tell us about what the autopsy results revealed, but today I did see that they're talking about arresting him. The Brown family has also amended the charges that they had filed against him. They have filed abuse of Bobby Christina, cheating on her with white women, which is not a crime, but that's just part of it. That was in the case. They had cheating with multiple women, white women, of beating Bobby Christina, of misusing her funds, stealing money from her and just using her for her money, having beat her that day and then placed her in the bathtub face down, and that's where she was found unconscious and brain dead. So we'll see how far that goes. There was a little baby in Europe that was in the car with his mother, and she had an accident and he was decapitated. Now, when I say decapitated, it doesn't mean that his head was sliced off and thrown across the road or in the back seat of the car. He was decapitated medically, whereas his neck was severed from the spine completely. The doctors actually were able to revive him 4 times. He's 18 months old, and reattach his head to his body. He's alive, and they're hoping that he will live through this terrible incident. And this is medical history. Also, water on the moon. Who knows? How do you know that? How do they know that? You know, it's just like people who believe in heaven and hell. How do you know it's a heaven and hell? You've never died. Heaven is when everybody's good, your family's good, you're healthy, and you got money in your pocket and your bills are paid. That's heaven. Hell is getting a prognosis that you have 2 weeks to live, 6 months to live, terminal cancer. That's what hell is. Nobody knows that you go down somewhere down in the ground and you're burning in fire for eternity. What's burning? Your soul, your spirit, because your body is dead. In heaven, the same thing. People aren't up in clouds floating around. I mean, where do people get that from? I'm going to quote someone who said to me that believing in heaven and hell and believing that there's water on the moon, that they actually know that, these are the same people who believe in Santa Claus. I mean, come on. How do you know it's water on the moon? All of a sudden, this movie's coming out with Matt Damon about the moon, and then they come up with they just discovered there's water on the moon. Also, in the movie The Walk, they say it creates vertigo. So if you don't go see it if you have any vertigo problems, because I do. I could never go see it. Said people are actually getting nauseated because it's a 3D movie, and they're actually showing him on the wires going across the 2 World Trade Center buildings that were there during that time, and that people actually get sick in the movie, that it's recreated in that 3D makes it so real. The oldest woman in the world, 116-year-old Susanna Jones, born in 1899, has said that she is alive because she eats bacon, grits, and eggs every single day. She has a sign in her house that said bacon makes everything good, so she's just one of the people that actually can eat it and not get sick or get high blood pressure or diabetes. So good for her. She's still alive. And did you know that there are 5 people in the world that are still living who were born in the 1800s. So it's just a little tidbit I wanted to throw in. Also, one more thing for you to think about. Every single person that you meet knows something that you don't know. I'm saying some type of knowledge. They have some type of knowledge about something. They know something that you don't know. Living on the street, science, math, geography. Everybody has something that they can bring to the table. You guys have a wonderful day. Nice talking to you, and I'll see you again soon. Happy Wednesday.